All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show. Friday, April 21st, 2023. Let me get this fixed. There we go. Pause my- All right. I got. I had a little. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez. I had a little bit of a rougher day yesterday than the rest of the week. I was 4-4.
I went 6-3. Didn't do too bad. I went 3-0 in my NHL, 2-1 in NBA, 1-2 in baseball. I've been doing pretty good in baseball, but I struggled with baseball a little bit last night.
Yeah, like I said, it wasn't a terrible day.
You watched a lot of the basketball. Golden State looked pretty good.
Yeah,
How about Phoenix?
Phoenix barely won. Really barely won that game. Cavs, Clippers were right in that game. It kind of surprised me. They got lucky to cover, really, because they were only down. They were only up by like 3 with about 45 seconds left or something. And they end up covering the I think it was 6
Seen
or
Brooklyn,
5.
seen Brooklyn give Philadelphia went right down to the wire. Philadelphia went up 3-0.
Yeah, Suns barely, or actually the Suns didn't cover. The Suns won the game, but they didn't cover the 6.5. It was the Sixers that got lucky to cover because they were only up by like 2 or 3. They ended up winning by 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, Clippers had chances to win that game. Kind of surprised me without Kawhi, but Norman Powell had like 40 points. Uh, get back to this real quick. Since I pressed the wrong damn button. There we go. No, that was a pretty good game. Get back to this real quick. Yeah, Sixers and Nets. That game was crazy. Referees were terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can try to kick. I don't care whether you hit the guy flush or not. I don't know how you try to kick a guy like that when it has nothing to do with the play, and you don't get
Well,
ejected.
not only did he kick him, he came up and kind of went at him a little bit too. So there's no doubt that he did it on purpose. So he should have been thrown out of the game. It was ridiculous. And then to throw Harden out of the game
Yeah,
for what he did, completely. This is just a makeup call.
if you're going to throw Draymond out for what happened, and don't get me wrong, Draymond wasn't wrong. You can't stomp on somebody, but that dude grabbed his leg. Sabonis did initiate something. On that play with Embiid, yeah, the guy stepped over him, but he really didn't have much of a choice but to step over him the way the play happened. He didn't touch him, and then you just come up and kick a guy like that, and you don't get ejected. And then James Harden's was more of a basketball play.
Yeah.
I mean, you see guys clear out with their arm all the time when they go to take their first step. He happened to hit him in the balls, and he gets boom thrown out like that.
Yeah,
and it's like
sense.
how it just yeah it's crazy. And Draymond gets, Draymond gets not only ejected but gets suspended the game, and B don't even get ejected. I doubt it. And he was dude on this show was saying that he thinks Embiid will get suspended. I don't see him getting suspended because he didn't get ejected. Why would you suspend him now?
How can you do that
Which he does have more history than what Draymond does. He's played in half the games and has more flagrant fouls.
That's true.
But I don't unless the league tries to save face just because it was such a bad call.
And they may do that, and especially since it probably ain't gonna make a difference in the series. They're already up 3-0. So
Denver covered barely the other night. Hopefully they'll I'm gonna take them again tonight probably. So hopefully they cover tonight. They covered by half a point the other night. I had them at 8.5 and they won by 9. Which was weird though, because they was winning that whole game by 12, 13 points, and then let them come back, got behind by a couple, and then was able to get back. Because I thought I was going to lose that one. No, Warriors looked good last night. Warriors defense. I don't know why their defense is so much better at home than it is on the road. But their defense was real good last night. And of course, you had Steph for like 35 points or something like that. But yeah, the Warriors looked real good. They basically controlled that whole game. Kings, but they held the Kings to only like 30% shoot, 33% shooting, 20 something from the. I think if I remember right, Sabonis only had like 14, 15 points or something.
Yeah.
He didn't have a real big night. So yeah, Warriors look good. I don't. Only difference. Only thing I could say is the only really difference is the fans. You play that much better defense just because your fans are there and you're behind you and loud. Because I mean, what's the difference between being at home and away? That's only really the only difference. Plus Looney, which I'd said he's going to have a big game, stay out of foul trouble. He had close to 20 rebounds, and I think like 9 or 10 offensive rebounds. So he had a good game, and he had 9 assists. So uh, Looney played a big role, was able to stay out of foul trouble. All right, we'll get over here situated for tonight. Which I think the Warriors will have a good chance to win the next game. It's going to come down to me for them to win the. To me, I mean, to win the series, they're going to have to win on the road. I mean, that's because you don't have home court, so they're going to have to. You're going to have to get that net. And they're capable of winning in Sacramento. When like Sacramento blew them out, they beat them by I think by 5 one game and by maybe 5 or 6 the next game.
Well, if they win this game, the next game, they'll be back to having home court again. If they tie the series up 2-2, won't it? Or no?
No, Sacramento's the
No,
higher
Sacramento
seed.
had the higher seed to begin with. That's right. So yeah, you got to beat them once, at least once on the road. That's right.
Yeah, Sacramento's the 3 seed. Right? Yeah, 3 seed and Golden State's 6 seed. Okay, let me get this pulled up real quick. Baseball tonight is where we'll start. Pulled up real quick. Baseball. The Reds last night came back and covered for me.
They came back and covered, but yeah, I wanted to win. They tried, but
I thought they had a good chance there in the 8th inning, and fell up basically a hit short. Couldn't get nothing going at all in the ninth. But once this loads up, games I like tonight, we'll start Major League Baseball. I'm going with the Reds and Pirates again. Pirates are 1.5 run favorites. They are minus 146 on the money line. Reds are plus 124 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 8.5 runs. Reds have Ashcraft on the mound. Pirates are going to have Keller on the mound. Ashcraft has a 1.42 ERA. Keller has a 3.80 ERA. Pirates are 4-1 over their last 5. Reds are 1-4 over their last 5. I like the Reds again at the plus 1.5. I think the Reds win this game, but even if they don't win, I like that with Ashcraft on the mound, it's going to be a close game.
Ashcraft's been the best pitcher so far. Not that Green has been bad, and Londolo had a bad outing in the last outing, but it pitched pretty well before that.
And then I like the White Sox and Rays. Tampa Bay Rays are 1.5 run favorites, minus 178 on the money line. White Sox are plus 150 on the money line. Over-unders at 9 runs. For the White Sox, they're 7-12 on the season, 4-6 on the road. They have Kapesh on the mound, who has a 6.30 ERA. The Rays are 16-3 on the season, 10-0 at home. They have Foucher on the mound, who has a 4.15 ERA. I like the Rays on the money line here. Then Tigers and Orioles. Orioles are 1.5 run favorites, minus 180 on the money line. The Tigers are plus 152 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 9. Tigers are 7-10 on the season, 3-6 on the road. The Orioles are 11-7 on the season, 4-3 at home. You have Lorenzen on the mound for the Tigers, who has a 13.50 ERA. And you have Wells on the mound for the Orioles with a 3.86 ERA. I like Baltimore here on the money line in this game. And then my last game in baseball tonight, I'm going with the Oakland Athletics at the Texas Rangers. Rangers are 1.5 run favorites, minus 215 on the money line. The Athletics are plus 180 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 8 runs. The Athletics are 3-16 on the season, 1-6 on the road. Hell, they're almost getting off to as bad a start as the Reds did last year. Rangers are 12-6 on the season, 6-3 at home. On the mound for the Athletics is Sears. He has a 4.60 ERA. You have Gray on the mound for the Rangers with a 3.21 ERA. I like the Rangers here at the -1.5. That's going to be my picks for Major League Baseball tonight.
My Major League Baseball parlay for tonight. I got the White Sox at Tampa Bay. I'll take Tampa Bay money line. I got Detroit at Baltimore. I'll take Baltimore money line. And I got Boston at Milwaukee. I'll take Milwaukee money line.
Hey, you two, don't start.
And then I've got an NHL real quick. I got Boston money line at Florida, Dallas money line at Minnesota, and Edmonton money line at the LA Kings.
All right, NBA got three playoff games again tonight. Boston Celtics at the Atlanta Hawks. Celtics are 5.5-point favorites, -215 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 228.5. The Hawks are plus 180 on the money line. Boston leads the series 2-0. Boston's 5-0 over their last 5 games. The Hawks are 1-4 over their last 5 games. Boston is 25-16 on the was 25-16 on the road this season. Hawks are 24-17 at home. I like the Celtics in this game at the -5.5. They're the more complete team. They've been playing better and they've played better the first 2 games. I know the first 2 games were in Boston, but it's not like the Celtics are terrible on the road and it's not like the Hawks are real dominant at home when you switch, because the Hawks are 41-41 on the season and they're 24-17 at home. So it's not like they play a lot better at home than they do on the road. And the Celtics are 57-25, 25-16 on the road. So they play better at home, but they still have played pretty good on the road. I like the Celtics at the -5.5. I think they're the better team, and I wouldn't be surprised if Celtics don't sweep this series. Yeah. Then you have the Cavs at the Knicks. I think it's going to be an interesting game. The Knicks are 2-point favorites, -126 on the money line. Cavs are plus 108 on the money line. Over-unders at 211.5. That actually went up a little bit. It was at 211. And the Cavs and the Knicks were only 1.5-point favorites. That's went up to 2. I like the Cavs were 51-31 on the season, 20-21 on the road, 3-2 over their last 5. Knicks 47-35 on the season, 23-18 at home, 2-3 over their last 5. Series is tied 1-1. Knicks won the first game. Cavs came back, played a lot better in that second game, picked up that win. Cavs have been better at home than on the road, but I still think the Cavs are the more consistent, complete team here. So I'm going with the Cavs at the +2, and I like the under the 211.5. Both games in this series have been under 200.
Okay, you sold me. And I was gonna go the other way. You sold me on that, and if it's wrong, I'm gonna kill you.
Hey, both games have been under 200.
You're right. Hell, like a couple of times, teams have scored 80 something.
Yeah. They've been in 90s and 80s.
Watch that score. It'll be 130.
They'll probably both score 150 points.
It's going to be 130 to 128. And I'm going to choke you.
We'll blame it on Glenn.
Glenn's fault.
Glenn, if he blames it on me, I'll blame it on you. Glenn said he's feeling like a Nick victory tonight.
I think it could be. I like that Nick team a little bit. I don't.
I do too. But I think
I
do too. But I think the Cavs are a little bit better, just a little bit better of a team. But yeah. And then you have the Nuggets at the Timberwolves. Nuggets are 2-point. Well, let me check that. Yes, 2-point favorites, -134 on the money line. The Timberwolves are +114 on the money line. Over under for this one's at 222. The Nuggets lead the series 2-0. I think this is one I think is going to be a sweep. 125 to 150.
Watch you be right. and I'm gonna choke you.
Like midnight, they go for 240, 125 to 150. Hey, it could happen. Never know. But the Nuggets have dominated this series. Yes, they let them come back in that game and actually take the lead for a minute, but then they still end up winning by 9. The game before that, I think they won by like 15, 16. I think Nuggets win this game tonight. I know it's on the road, but Nuggets are 19 and 22 on the road. So they did struggle a little bit on the road this season. But on the flip side of that, the Timberwolves are 22 and 19 at home. So it's not like the Timberwolves have been a whole lot different at home or on the road. They're 42 and 40 on the season. I like the Nuggets at the -2 in this game. So that's gonna be my NBA picks. Oh yeah, Dylan Brooks was talking all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Now everybody's saying that LeBron needs to come out and get 40. He comes out and tries to get 40.
Well, he's been saying that. He was saying that before. I mean,
yeah. But if the Lakers try to come out, or if LeBron tries to come out and get 40 when they play tomorrow night, the Lakers will lose.
People get all butthurt, act like this is the first guy to ever come out and talk shit.
The Lakers will lose if LeBron comes out and tries to make a point to get 40 points. If you've looked, the Lakers actually play better when LeBron is right around 25, 26 points. He scores more than that, they start losing. When he's around 25, 26 and everybody else is really getting involved, that's when they're at their best. So I don't think LeBron's going to come out tomorrow and try to score 40. He's going to come out and play his game and try to get the team involved and win the game. But I know a lot of people say that he needs to shut him up. I think it'd be a bad idea because if he goes off, he could go off for 40, and I think they lose just because you're not getting your other guys going. And like I said, they've played better as a team when LeBron's right around that 25, 26 points a game, and teammates involved than they have when he's been over. Even when he scores like 27, 28 points, if he scores over 27 points, they have a worse record than they do when he scored like 25, 26. And then I think when he scored 40, they're 3-2. So yes, I don't think it'd be smart for him to. You never know. But at this point in his career, I don't think LeBron's going to come out. He's going to come out and try to play like he always plays and try to win the game. I don't see him making a point of trying to drop 40 on Brooks. What's that? I mean, because really, what's that prove? I don't prove nothing. Okay, I mean most people know that you're capable. You're capable of it when you're hot. So I don't see it, and it's not a big deal. I mean, hell, it ain't like you said. It's not the only player to talk trash. Yeah. Now, I do think this. I do think that players are a little more comfortable talking trash, some of the trash to LeBron than what they were to Jordan.
Yeah.
Because they're two different players. Now, if somebody would have told Jordan this, next game Jordan's dropping 45 or 50 on him. Yeah. I mean, but LeBron's not. I don't think LeBron's going to try that because that's not the type of player LeBron is. And his team does better when he scores 25, 26. But Jordan would have came out next game with the chip on him trying to score. He'd try to score 60.
Yeah. Something just popped up in my mind. Let's see what you think. I know they're never going to do it because they pay the players too much. But they was just showing a hockey fight, two guys going at it. Don't you think it'd be great if they did that in basketball and baseball?
Oh yeah, I think it'd be awesome.
I mean, just let them go 2, 3, 4 punches and then break it up. Even if you got to put them in a penalty box, not kick them out of the game, take them off the court for 3 minutes. I think it'd be awesome. It would separate the men from the boys real fucking quick.
Yeah, they won't because of like you said. But yeah, it'd be. I'd enjoy it.
Think about baseball. Somebody does a hard slide in second base.
And that's just like in these NBA games the last couple nights. I didn't want to see Draymond get thrown out because it changes the game. Do I think Embiid? I said Embiid should have got thrown out, but I'd rather him not get thrown out. But after you threw Draymond out and you suspended Draymond, you had to throw him out.
Yeah.
Because it's playoffs. I want to see the best. You want to see the teams at their full strength they can be competing, and there's going to be tempers. I mean, that's playoff basketball. it's more intense. There's going to be some tempers. There's going to be a little arguing and spats. Glenn said he's all, oh, if the computer would operate here.
Yeah, but could you imagine if somebody found
Glenn said, I'm all for that. Then baseball fights look like egg fight.
Well, like I said, let's say Brooks found LeBron, and then LeBron and Brooks throw 4 or 5 punches at each other. What the hell? I think. Could you imagine the ticket sales?
Oh yeah,
you would. There wouldn't be no empty seats.
I think you got to worry about baseballs, like the one dude from the Reds tried to do with his metal cleats.
Yeah. Yeah. Was you at that game?
Huh? No, we wouldn't. No, I wasn't.
You was in another fight.
Yeah, it was Cubs and Reds. The game we was at. Amir Garrett hit one of the Cubs guys, and he charged him out.
Yeah, we was watching the other game on TV.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cardinals and Reds. That was nuts. I had to dude up against the backstop.
Oh yeah, man. Could you? Yeah, I would love it, man. I'd probably find a way to get season tickets again. I don't know how, but.
All right. So my picks NBA Celtics minus 5.5, Cavs +2, under the 211.5 in the Cavs Knicks game. I should change mine to over now that you trade yours. And Nuggets -2.
Okay. My NBA is Boston, Atlanta over the 228.5, Cleveland at New York under the 211.5, and Denver at Minnesota over the 222.
And then baseball, of course, Reds +1.5, Rays money line, Orioles money line, and the Rangers -1.5. Then UFC for tomorrow night. I have a couple picks. I'm gonna go with the underdog Pavlovich to beat Blades. Pavlovich is +138. And then I'm gonna go with Jeremiah Wells at -112 over Matthew Smelsberger.
I think I like that Pavlovich also.
Wells, or that fight's almost a pick 'em. It's -112, -108 for Semelsberger. I like Wells in that one. And then the last one I'm going to give out is Bobby Green and Jared Gordon to go the distance. Bobby Green's a -280 favorite. Gordon's a +220 underdog. I think this fight's going to go the distance. And you get that at -210.
Who you like in the boxing? Davis and Garcia.
Man, I don't know. I think that's going to be a tough one.
I'm going for the upset. I'm going Garcia.
They both have a lot of power. I think I'm gonna go with Davis, but man, I think it's gonna be a tough one. I know Mike Tyson today said that he thinks Davis knocks him out in the first 5 rounds.
I know a guy at work.
He said Garcia's good, but he don't think that Garcia can be able to take the punches take Davis's punches.
A guy at work told me he follows boxing a lot, and he says he thinks Garcia has already said he's going to try to knock out Davis, and he thinks that's what's going to cost Garcia.
Well, Davis told Garcia he's going to break his jaw.
Okay,
so I mean,
I'm going to go with the upset. I'm going to go with Garcia.
I think it's going to be a good one. I think I'm going to go with Davis just because
he's the favorite. Pretty heavy.
He has a little more experience.
Pretty heavy favorite.
But they both are. I mean, they both have won almost all their fights by knockout.
Yeah, they're both undefeated. Both really good. Both really quick.
Now, if I remember right, Garcia has a weight advantage, right? And he taller and have a weight advantage because this is, if I remember right, this is a catch weight fight.
Yeah, I'm not real sure on that. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, because I think this is a catch weight fight. So I think Garcia is a little bit bigger guy. Garcia has like a 3.5-inch reach, if I remember correctly from when I was watching some stuff on it earlier. Mike Tyson's ate up, man.
Yep.
Okay. What? Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Join us tomorrow. We're going to do a watch along thing for the fights. I'll put out a graphic here in a little bit exactly what time, but probably right around 7. I would say. No wrestling show this weekend. Sunday got postponed. Yep. And then we'll be back Monday with another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. My picks are 221 and 184 on the year after going 4-4 yesterday. Looking to have another good day today. The rest of the week I was like 7-1, 6-2, 5-2. Had a good week other than one day, but 4-4 still isn't terrible. It could have been different, but yeah, Devin Booker's the one that the Clippers need to learn how to slow down. He had 45 points again. But please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Also, if you missed the live version of the show, you can watch it in podcast form. Check it out on Apple Podcasts. It's also now available on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spotify for podcasters, Google Podcasts. You can also check it out in the podcast form as well. We appreciate everybody watching. We'll be back Monday at right around 3:30 with another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll see you guys on Monday.